So with that one in the record books now, we move to the next one, which is a shorter one by at least 7 seconds. But woman turns warning into arrest and regret. Which I guess you could kind of say kind of goes hand in hand with all of these, depending on the severity of the crime. But I'm curious as to see why she's getting pulled over and why she decides to escalate this in a certain way. We are going to find out then.
A deputy observed a woman sleeping in her car on private property.
Okay. So that's already a big no-no right there. It's one thing to at least, like, pull over to the shoulder. If, like, you're falling asleep, that's fine. Finding, like, some sort of public road or something. And, like, it's friggin'... By all means, if you are falling asleep at the wheel, get off the road. And if you need to close your eyes just to be, like, getting some Z's just so you can wake up again so that you're not falling asleep at the wheel, perfectly fine. I used to do that when I was going through college and everything, and the drive back home, that was a bit of a chore. And yeah, I was like, there's a public road with like a roundabout and everything. There would be a few times where I'm just like, I can't anymore. Pull over to the side and at least just take 5 minutes just to reacclimate myself. But private property ain't gonna be the place you want to do it there. Which I think, if I'm going to be brutally honest here, all the officer is going to do is just simply say, wake up, please leave the property. That's about it. So I'm curious to see how she's going to make this a lot worse for herself.
Hey, ma'am, how you doing?
I was just home a second ago. I don't know why this person pulled up here.
Okay, because you can't be
Can we also just appreciate the absolute state that her car is in right now? Is this what kind of car am I even looking at here? Because this is just a trash heap and a half. I'll just say that much. And just by looking at a cursory glance into the car, there is a lot of garbage in there.
Alright. Do you have your license on you?
What do you think my liberty has to... What the frick are you saying, ma'am?
Alright, I'm still gonna need your license though, because we got a call about this vehicle being parked here.
God, you are... That is a abused car right there. You can just see all the trash in the back. All the trash in the front. Chipped paint. I can already tell those are not the wheel axles that were originally with the car. Again, I'm waiting for the moment to just be like, okay, ma'am, go. This is like the equivalent of loitering. And if you get arrested for loitering, pathetic, to say the least. So I'm curious to see how this is going to get pathetic.
Alright, man. Just gonna...
Just like you, so...
Alright.
Why don't you go check him? He's just as freaking suspicious being right there.
She's got a freaking GoFundMe URL written on her door. GoFundMe.com/AmericaGoddess. I'm not paying for that.
Okay, ma'am, I'm asking you for your license. I'm not gonna ask for it again.
Oh, the more I look at this car, I'm just looking at the side mirror, and that thing is shattered to pieces and held together with a rubber band, I think. Huh. Ma'am, this is not... are you living out of your car? Are you living out of the car? Is that what we're dealing with right now? And is the GoFundMe not really so for, like, good financial purposes to like fund something that you need help with, but rather just your lifestyle, because that's not what it's supposed to be used for. That's what Patreon's for, and I highly doubt you will ever even see $1 from that.
Why don't you ask him? I don't understand that part.
I'm here for you, okay?
No, you're not.
Yes, we got a call about your car, okay? You're sleeping in your car. You're sleeping in a private.
Asleep. I'm sitting here wondering why this guy's right here.
Okay, you're sleeping in a private establishment and you cannot be here, okay?
I wasn't asleep.
You cannot.
That's not the point. The point is you are somewhere where you're not supposed to be. Please leave. Don't fight it. Just accept it. Comply. Do not escalate things. Don't turn this warning into an arrest and later regret it, as the video title so eloquently puts it. You're getting to that point there, ma'am. You're getting to that point.
Not be here. Why are you parked here?
Continuing to lie about me?
These videos are turning into just like a
you. How
vocal
could I be
exercise
lying
for
about
me as well now. It's actually kind of fun.
Okay.
I don't know why you said I was sleeping when I'm not sleeping.
I'm just gonna add your name.
And it's also a very telling thing. I don't know if the video can actually show it a little bit well, but she's already recording the officer, so that's another sense of entitlement right there. The need for badge numbers, asthma, a bladder infection, and the need to get content. I don't know what recording the officer recording you is going to help at all. And it's also when these people are recording, they're the ones throwing the big hissy fit about everything. In a trash heap vehicle, let's be honest here. With a give me money URL stapled onto both sides of the vehicle. Is the vehicle even legal to drive? I don't even think it's legal in general.
Leave. I didn't do anything. I'm parked.
I don't want any problems, okay? I'm asking you legally, okay? For your
Go.
ID, and that's it.
Just get on out of here,
I'll
girl.
give you the call, and you'll be on your way. That's it.
I haven't done anything, so I shouldn't have to give my ID.
Well, here's the thing. Under most state laws, when an officer asks you to produce some form of identification, you are now legally obligated to provide that information to the officer. If you do not provide that information to the officer, he has grounds for arresting you for, quite literally, refusing to identify yourself. Who are you? What have you done? What secrets could you be hiding, and how many people are buried under your house? We don't know, because you won't tell us who you are, so we'll assume the worst. Hand over the ID. Do not escalate this. Got it, ma'am? Got it?
Don't you see I have it rough enough? Can't you see I have it rough enough? What more do you want from me?
I understand what's going on.
It could have been that person. It could have been them. I just pulled up right here, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
So I'm gonna need your ID.
You don't.
She's got a battery up in the passenger seat. I'm just now realizing that she's got a car battery right in the front seat. What the frick are you doing, ma'am?
I need my ID. You need to leave me alone. Thank you.
Oh, and it just looks even worse on the rear. God, put that car out of its misery. Give it to the lady that we saw in the previous video so she can absolutely freaking kill it. Just do it. Let it die.
Stand by, she's taking off.
And now she's fleeing. So... went absolutely freaking nowhere. Get out of the car.
Alright, we're done playing. Step out of the car.
Please leave me alone.
Step out
Nope.
of the car.
Please leave me alone.
I'm not gonna ask you again.
Just leave me alone.
I'm not gonna
Nope.
ask you
I'm
again.
having the hardest time.
Don't care. Didn't
asked
ask. Put some freaking shoes on.
For your ID. I'm telling you to stop, and you just took off, okay?
Yep.
I didn't take off. I pulled around the corner.
Okay.
Nope, that's fleeing. We have grounds to say that you were fleeing the scene of a crime, which was loitering and refusing to identify. two very, very sad and pathetic charges that you are escalating further and further and further as you continue to give us more and more sass. Get out of the car now.
Okay.
Because you weren't pulling me over.
You took off, okay? In the vehicle, when I'm telling you and I'm talking to you, and you just take off.
Was I parked?
Vehicle was stopped at the speedway.
Wasn't I parked?
Ma'am.
I was parked, right?
We're not going to be beating around the bush anymore now.
That's all I was asking you for. Where's your ID? I was going to add you to the call.
Just say you don't have one, ma'am. Just come out and say you don't have a driver's license and just call it on that. Just do it. Please put us out of this and just be like, you know what? I don't have a license. You happy now? That's all that we're really asking for right now, ma'am. So can you just freaking do it?
Have you moved?
Why not that guy?
Have you moved?
There you go.
And that's it.
I just want to be left alone.
Okay.
I'm a blood.
But now you took off. Okay.
That's another sense of entitlement right there, playing the race card when nobody was asking. Don't care if you're white, black, Hispanic, Asian, man, woman, child. Don't freaking care. Identify yourself and get the frick out of here. That's all you needed to do, ma'am. That's all you needed to do.
Okay.
I just gave you my ID.
And it seems a lot way more worse than you think. Okay. Because why would you take off? I'm talking to you, right?
Yeah. Now he's got a point there. Now you've left the scene. What are you hiding now? Now my suspicions have been turned up to 11 because now I need to know exactly why did you think it would be a good idea to run from me? What have you got cooked up in this trash heap of a vehicle that apparently you're calling home? This is going to be one reason why, again, you just want to comply with the officers and just do as you're told and provide the ID and just be on your merry way. And if you just, yes, sir, no, sir, have a good day, sir, you should be fine. This is not going to be fine.
Driving.
Am I dressed as a civilian? Right? It's a police officer giving you a lawful command, and you just take off.
Okay. Exactly.
All right, stay in the vehicle. Why you gotta ask me for ID? She's worried about this dude, because this dude was literally parked right in front, handling something behind this business over here. I guess he was like cleaning his car or something. She's like, why don't you ask him for his ID and this and that? And I'm asking her for ID. I'm giving her lawful commands. She takes off. Puts in a drive. Takes off. Expired Florida. This is expired since 2020, and she's recording the whole thing.
Ooh, expired since 2020. And of course it's in Florida. Shocker. Should have noticed with the palm trees and everything right over there. Should have noticed that we were in hell country. And it's not even Ohio.
This and that. I'm like...
Continue for this unnecessary drama.
Alright, get out.
Step out of the vehicle.
Please just leave me alone.
Nope.
I didn't do anything.
Come on.
What did I do?
You already know what you did.
No, I don't.
Right?
Please explain to me.
Step out of the vehicle.
He already explained it to you, ma'am. You just don't want to face the music. You refuse to identify. You refuse to leave. But then you also left without permission after the fact. So, once more, you are a victim of your own stupidity. So, get out of the car.
Step out of the vehicle.
Why is this happening right now?
Because your license is expired, you have disobeyed orders directly from a law enforcement officer, and above all else, you're being an entitled dumbass. Do you want that in triplicate, or do you want me to just simply repeat that again so that you can blissfully ignore it again and ask why you're being arrested? Because we can do the song and dance all day.
What are the charges right now? Like,
get out of the vehicle, or we're gonna take you out.
If you don't get out of the vehicle.
Can you please? I'm willing to consent to that, but please explain to me why that I'm being told to get
out of the vehicle.
I don't have any weapons on me. I don't have any weapons on me or anything. Please, I will step out on my own consent.
So please get out.
So get out.
Please get out.
Step out of the
Please let me
vehicle.
go. I don't have any shoes on. Please let me go. I don't want to step on this ground.
Too bad.
I'm a very spiritual person. Please let me put my shoes on.
Wait. She's a spiritual person. That's why she doesn't put shoes on. I think even like spiritual people still at least put shoes on when they're driving cars. And also she's saying she's going to get out of her own. She's going to get out on her own, but actively refusing to be pulled out of the vehicle. Doesn't really scream you're going to be leaving of your own accord now, is it?
I don't have any.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Get out of the car right now.
Thank you. I'm putting my shoes on. Literally did not have any shoes.
2113. In service, DOT at Kilo Hotel.
Nothing else better to do but try to detain a black female that's already having a hard
It has nothing to do with color.
Stop freaking playing the race card. That's not why this is happening. It's because you're being a dumbass. Next question.
But leave race alone. Leave it alone.
That's all you're doing. I'm
Okay.
the easiest target.
Okay.
What have I done?
Stop with the race baiting stuff. I'm not.
What have I done?
Turn
Turn
around.
around.
What have I? Oh no! Wait, I will turn it off by myself.
Turn around.
You don't have. Hold on, I will put it
Ma'am,
down.
let
Let me
it
put
go.
it down. You're about to break my phone. Are you kidding me?
I think the phone will be fine, man.
Stop pulling away.
Please tell me what I'm being detained for. This is not
For
fair.
resisting.
Really.
Yes.
I said I was not going to resist or anything.
Okay.
And she was actively not wanting to get pulled out of the car. She was actively trying to resist getting her arms put behind her so that she could be cuffed. That's a double resist right there. And unfortunately, those two don't cancel each other out. They multiply. So, could have just gone off with a warning. Here we are.
Okay. When an officer tells you to do something,
Y'all just
you
want
do
something
it.
to write down.
Stop. Leave
Y'all
it.
just-
Leave the whole race crap alone. That's old.
I'm the easiest target. I'm not a rich white lady out here.
Okay.
The easiest target. Y'all go ahead and get your commission
Okay.
for
So
tonight.
what?
It's actually rich white women that are the most wonderful sources of content because they're the wonderful Karens that we love to see just absolutely get thrown to the ground. So if anything, you're quite mild for that, ma'am. You're just being stupid. There's a difference there.
When an officer's talking to you, why would you drive away while he's speaking with you?
I'm asking him, what have I done wrong?
Why
I
would
was
you
parked
drive away?
Because I didn't do anything.
That's not an excuse. That's a reason for why you drove away because you didn't do anything. And the thing that you did was drive away. So wonderful. Writ your own case right there.
And I still haven't done anything.
You are not no one to determine that.
I have no
If
reason
an
to
officer's
lie.
speaking with you, you don't just drive away.
Can I please not
Obviously,
have
he
my car back?
obviously
said
stopped
my
you for
car
a
is
reason.
my home. Please let me turn
No,
off my car.
no. You want to play this game? We'll
I'm
play
not
your game.
playing a game.
In the
It's
car.
my home.
Let's
Nah,
go.
she's just being stupid right
We could
now.
have done this the nice way, but you want to do it.
Please turn off
Nope.
my
Go on the other side, okay?
Get in the car before we have to break out the taser again if you want to do this.
Fair.
Nope.
I haven't even done anything. What in the world?
The fact that he has to move his riot shield to the trunk is just kind of funny. It's kind of funny.
I don't have nothing better to do.
Okay.
I'm
Why do
not
you have that in the
running
back
from
seat? I'm curious.
anything.
You can continue on with the
I'm
game.
not gambling out here or nothing. I came out here to work.
Have a seat.
No, you did not. You were sleeping on private property in your trash heap of a car. That's what you were doing. And when you got caught red-handed, you played the race card. Because apparently that's the answer to everything. And again, it would have just been simple. Can I see your ID? And the ID. Oh, it's expired. Oops. Can you please step out of the vehicle? Yes, sir. Get out of the vehicle. Explain yourself. Vehicle will probably be towed / impounded / passed to next of kin who can legally drive it, or to the benefit of everybody involved, set on fire to put it out of its misery. And maybe she would just be brought back to the station just to get like a formal declaration of driving with a suspended license, which isn't all that terrible, given again compliance, given just listening to the officers and not escalating things. But then you escalated things, and here's what it is. Like Radiation said, plays stupid games, wins stupid prizes, and the only winner is this guy here who gets to watch you be a moron.
Have a seat.
Get in there,
Put your legs
lady.
in the car.
Why?
You know why,
The reason you're
man.
in trouble is that when an officer's speaking with you,
Do anything?
and he's asking you for your identification, you have no right to just drive away because you feel like you didn't do anything wrong.
I know
Okay?
I didn't.
Then you know what? Maintain your innocence. You'll talk about your case in court. We have nothing to talk about.
Not fair.
Have a good night.
You have nothing better.
God, that car is just terrifying to look at. How wonderful. We get to just listen to her whine and complain all the way to the office. Let's do this, shall we?
I can't afford another battery. Somebody's gonna steal my car.
Oh, don't worry. There's nothing of value to frickin' steal out of that car, ma'am. If anything, we're gonna put 2 shotgun shells into the engine block and drive it into a river. Frickin' give it the Viking funeral it so rightfully deserves because it had to put up with your nonsense for the better part of, good lord, how long. But yes, keep whining, crying, and complaining. Yeah. Cry, weep, wail, and sob. It's disgusting.
It's absolutely terrible of you. There's no God in you people. There's no God in you.
She don't believe in you. Sad. You need a little bit more Jesus in your life, ma'am, and maybe things would have been working out a little bit better for you.
You're going
Police
to jail.
station. Or jail.
I gave you plenty of chances.
Mm-hmm.
I asked you for your ID, you would have been on your way. That's it.
Yep.
You decided to pull away, right?
And
And just
escalate.
drive off. That's it.
So
Then why did you
unnecessary.
drive off when a police officer is telling you to do something? It doesn't work like that. You're in private property.
If she wanted to be left alone, and the cop comes up and say, hey, can you go be alone somewhere else? It's perfectly reasonable. Freaking sure thing. I'll just drive over to a more public area and just be alone there. That's entirely possible, too. That's completely within your legal right to at least go somewhere into a public space and sulk and moan in your trash heap vehicle and just call it there. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. You can't get arrested for being in a public parking space, taking a nap in a vehicle that technically you should own unless the outdated license says otherwise. But maybe, just maybe, if you played your cards right, the cops wouldn't have asked that. But unfortunately, they asked that. And unfortunately, you were already doing something illegal to begin with. So, yeah, driving with a suspended license, that is one of those big no-nos that we want to avoid.
And your vehicle's parked there. Before we go in there, do you have anything on you?
No, everything was in the car. Can confirm. Everything that she had was in the car, which is currently being thrown into a scrap pile after it was thrown through a wood chipper. The entire vehicle.
Okay, alright, because I'm just warning you, if you do, that's an additional charge, alright? So,
There should be no charge. You know I didn't do anything.
well, we're past that.
How many
okay?
times do we need to? How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old lady?
I'm gonna wait by that door right there. Just watch your head on the way out. Watch your head. Watch your leg. Alright? Walk to that door right there.
Well, here's the thing, Mana. They do sometimes use like a spit mask. Just like a big ol' sack that they just put over somebody's head. That's about as good as they're going to get before it starts getting a little bit inhumane. But the spit mask is perfectly viable. It's also funny as hell to see people in. Unfortunately, it doesn't do anything to stop the whining and complaining and crying and moaning and everything, but...
I have no money. I don't know what you want from me. I don't have anything. I haven't done anything. I don't talk to nobody.
Why are you in the keys?
For work. I was working at Ocean Reef Club.
Doubt it.
Ocean Reef?
And then I didn't want to work there no more because they had me getting up at 5 a.m. for $14 an hour that was being taken.
Boo hoo. Having to get up 5 a.m. to work a minimum wage job builds character, puts some hair on your chest, and actually develops a good work ethic. I should know. I did that. Kind of still doing it right now, but at least it pays a little bit more because I actually put the time in. Make something of yourself. There are resources to help you in situations like this. The GoFundMe is not one of those resources, ma'am. It just is not.
I just wanted something better.
I understand.
And you gotta work for it. You gotta work
for your
for it.
ID, you would have been on your way. You would have been on your way. But you just decided to take off.
Shouldn't
The police
have.
officer is stopping you, legally detaining you. You're just gonna take off?
It's the big no-no.
Tell me, does that sound right to you?
Doesn't matter what I'm about to say, but the power wants lies.
The suspect was charged with multiple misdemeanors, including resisting without violence.
So trespassing property not structure or convey. Pled no contest. Resisting officer obstruction without violence. Pled no contest. And moving traffic violation. Drive with license from other state when Florida license suspended. Misdemeanors in the second degree. And the other two were first degree misdemeanors. How many of these did they get dropped?
She pleaded no contest and was sentenced to 6 months of probation, which she completed without issue. Subscribe to Crime Scene Cam for more content like this, and check out these next videos.
Okay. So she at least took her lumps. Paid her dues. Did her time. Honestly, with what she did, I wouldn't throw her in jail. That's not jail worthy. That's too many resources expended for very little crime being done, but just being stubborn and stupid and not listening or thinking for that matter. So at least no contest, not fighting it. Just take it, do your 6 months, complete your time, do your thing, off you go. Just take this as a lesson. Don't escalate. Comply.